It's often been a meme to pit Goku against Superman in battle, and while that's fun, people have also talked about how the two are similar not just in strength, but also story. They're similar in a few ways, so today I wanted to talk about how Goku and Superman are alike and also different. I don't have enough time to go into detail on every point I listed here, and I can't include everything I could think of, so let me know if you'd like to see a part 2. First, the origin. Goku is sent off to a planet called Earth after his father, Bardock, senses a dark fate for planet Vegeta, and he and his wife make the hardest decision a parent can make. He sends Goku to Earth so he can avoid the fate of the planet being destroyed, and Goku makes it to Earth safely. Superman's story with Jor-El and Lara is super similar, but kind of different. Superman, aka Kal-El, is sent to Earth to avoid the planet blowing up, but unlike Bardock, Jor-El, in most versions, knows with absolute certainty that Krypton is a doomed planet. In Dragon Ball Z, planet Vegeta is destroyed by Frieza, while Krypton is destroyed by an avoidable disaster caused by Kryptonians, either directly in some universes or indirectly by just ignoring the problem. Since they're both survivors of their own genocides, they can be called the last of their species, but not really, as both Kryptonians and Saiyans have appeared since then. Oh, and another side note that I didn't list in my notes here is that Kal-El, Kakarot, they both have alien names from their home planets, and they're also, Kal-El and Kakarot. I mean, it's right there. Upon reaching Earth, Goku is adopted by an old martial artist master named Gohan and is trained to hone his skills as a fighter. He lives a secluded life, accidentally kills his grandpa, and is one day whisked away on a tale of grand adventure. Kal-El, now Clark Kent, has a very different childhood. He lands in Smallville and is adopted by the Kents, Martha and Jonathan Kent. Clark lives like a normal boy for the most part, trying to hide his abilities. When he's ready to show himself to the world as Superman, he makes the decision to leave Smallville and moves to Metropolis and becomes a reporter. If you're a Dragon Ball fan, you know the last thing Goku would become is a reporter. Also worth noting, in some Superman continuities, Jonathan Kent dies while Clark is still a boy in Smallville, normally of natural causes, leaving Clark upset he couldn't simply use his powers to save him. Of course, in modern day DC, Pa and Ma Kent are alive. In Dragon Ball, Goku turns into a mindless great ape and stomps on Grandpa Gohan, killing him. They both earn themselves enemies that are also of their species. For Goku, he faces down against Vegeta, who wants to kill him and take the planet's Dragon Balls. For Superman, he fights Zod, whose grudge against Superman is much more personal because of a conflict with his dad, Jor-El. When Superman goes to the Fortress of Solitude, he learns about his alien heritage and accepts it in much more straightforwardly fashion than Goku does. Throughout Dragon Ball, because of the brutality of the Saiyans, Goku has a much harder time connecting with his Saiyan pride and heritage. Superman also has a villain named Brainiac, known for collecting planets for knowledge. Goku's equivalent of that could be said to be Frieza, though he simply collects planets for profit. And it's not in a more planet-collecting thing as Brainiac. Frieza just conquers them. They also both... Well, Brainiac conquers them too, but you know what I mean. They also both end up having sons who they name after their adopted fathers. Superman names his son Jonathan after Jonathan Kent, or Pa Kent as he's also called, while Goku names his son Gohan after Grandpa Gohan. And although it's not really a thing for Superman now, he once had a form called Superman Blue, and although it didn't function exactly like Superman for Goku, it's worth mentioning here as they were both power boosters for Superman that changed his color, similar to Super Saiyan for Goku. The difference for Superman is that he was locked into being Superman Blue and couldn't revert back for quite some time. However, nowadays, Superman's son John has a Superman Blue form that he can activate for a quick power-up that also eats away at his energy, much more similar to Goku's Super Saiyan form. And since I mentioned John, Superman's son, I should also mention Gohan, Goku's son. While John's blue form can be more easily compared to Superman, funnily enough, Gohan can be much more easily compared to Superman since Gohan is literally the superhero Great Saiyaman, with his secret identity being that of a scholar wearing glasses. Of course, the Great Saiyaman does make more of an effort to cover his face. Also, side note, it seems like Gohan actually has bad eyesight, so he needs his glasses to see, and as he powers up, his eyesight improves, while Superman just wears the glasses as part of his disguise. Although their lives are fairly similar, they're also very different character-wise. Goku will defend his friends and his planet, but he's not very altruistic, at least not as much as Superman. He is more interested in a good fight than having a pure heart of righteousness. He will show mercy to his enemies, and has done so before, though sometimes he's shown that he has to try to actively show his enemies mercy when he's super angry. And for Goku, killing is a last resort normally, but he really has no problem exercising it if it comes to it. Superman, though, is very altruistic. He does the right thing simply because it's the right thing to do. He would love a peaceful world, and he tries to avoid killing as much as possible. And when I say he tries to avoid killing, I don't mean that he will kill. I mean like he does not kill. Superman just does not kill. At the end of the day, they've both saved the world countless times and would gladly do so every day. So, what did you guys think of this little list I put up here? This is just a short list of things that I could find similar to Goku and Superman. Now, I do think a part 2 could be done with more examples. I mean, I had to go into the Superman's son Jonathan Kent and Goku's son Gohan for some of these details. But it's kind of weird how it lines up, you know? I mean, how interesting is it that Goku's son Gohan is similar to Superman, with his superhero identity and all that stuff, while Superman's son John, who is also Superman in DC right now, has a Superman blue form, like a Super Saiyan form, kind of. Just some comparisons that could be made there. There's also other things that I could have mentioned that I'm kind of saving for part 2, if I do make a part 2. So, let me know if you enjoyed this video. If you like these kinds of videos, let me know. I really love Dragon Ball, but I also love plenty of other things. And whenever I see an opportunity to bring up any of the other things I love into Dragon Ball, I will gladly do that. So I would love to also make other comparisons to other characters, to other franchises, to make other videos about that sort of stuff, while also keeping it in the Dragon Ball family of videos. So let me know if that's something you'd like to see. Anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to comment down below and subscribe if you're interested in more content like this. I'm definitely having fun with this. Thanks for watching. Peace off.